Hello there, everybody, and welcome to the entertainment headquarters. And it's once again trailer reaction time. And the trailer I'm about to look at is for a brand new action adventure comedy film. It's coming out later this year, which, around the Christmas period. And, every year around that time, you always get one or two tentpole movies that are there to capture the Christmas box office. It's sometimes a Marvel film. It's sometimes, something else. I know Avatar was released a couple of times over the Christmas period, the first one and the second one, and blew the box office away. But this time, one of the tentpole new movies is this action adventure comedy film called Red One. So let's have a quick look at the film and we'll check out the trailer. So it was directed by Jake Kasdan. It was written by Chris Morgan. It is being produced by Dwayne Johnson and Danny Garcia. That's because it's obviously coming from 7 Bucks Productions, which is Dwayne Johnson's production company. It's starring, of course, Dwayne Johnson, Chris Evans, Kiernan Shipka. I think she was in the new Sabrina series on Netflix. Lucy Liu, Mary Elizabeth Ellis, J.K. Simmons, Nick Kroll, Christopher Hydew, and Bonnie Hunt are the cast. And the budget for this is over 200 million. No, 250 million. 250 million for this. And I guarantee you, it won't look like a 250 million film. It's probably going to look like something that you would find on Netflix, because that's the kind of work and production that I've noticed the last few films 7 Bucks Productions has been producing. So it's due out on November the 15th, 2024, and here is the premise. Callum Drift, the head of North Pole Security, must team up with Jack O'Malley, a bounty hunter, to find and rescue Santa Claus. And I'm assuming, yes, J.K. Simmons, I'm assuming he's playing Santa Claus. But let's take a look at Red One.
$497, $498, $499, $500.
Let's go, Heavy.
Yeah.
Got it.
Looking strong, Nick.
Go on, brush your shoulders off.
Red One is on the move.
Evening, ladies. What are you so excited about? Of course, your boyfriend's here.
Okay. Who's with Red? Reach!
Someone took Nick. We're gonna find him.
I'm bringing in Jack O'Malley. He's probably the best tracker in the world.
The guy's a legend.
What am I doing here?
Last night, Red One, also known as St. Nicholas of Myra, was abducted from the North Pole complex.
Are you saying Santa Claus has been kidnapped?
Garcia?
What the hell?
You can't trust this guy. He's on the list.
You don't mean...
Yes, that list. NL4.
Are you telling me this clown is a level 4 naughty lister? A level 4 naughty lister?
Oh, is that funny to you?
Hey! You're gonna help us find Nick.
Come on, let's go.
Grab a car.
For what?
You don't have a Wonder Woman action figure, do you?
It's not how it works. Come on. There is much in here that is not of the natural world.
Who's that?
Krampus.
What are they doing?
They're playing crappish slop.
I think if you don't need me here, I might just go back to the car.
You got it.
We need to prepare for the possibility of no Christmas.
There's worse ways to go out than trying to save Santa Claus.
We got snowmen!
That was so disturbing.
Interesting.
My turn!
Oh my God. Is my face still there?
Yeah, you look good.
250 million for that. I'm gonna just be brutally honest. I'm not impressed. I'm not interested, to be honest. It's just, you know what? I'll just be brutally honest. J.K. Simmons, an amazing actor. Chris Evans, he can be an amazing actor. He has had the ability to be in some really good roles, and he has had me interest. Then there's other roles that I could care less about. J.K. Simmons, though, I think he's an amazing actor. Lucy Liu, it's nice to see her again. I've never seen her in anything for a while. Now let's get to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. I think Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson loves to play it safe as an actor. He seems to, find these scripts, these stories, and thinks, how can I turn it into the next big thing, franchise or big hit? And, I preferred before he became, this, close to being this billionaire producer with his $7 production, because his lower budget things, the things he did before having his own production company, are enjoyed, like Walking Tall, things like that. He's beginning stuff. Then as his career progressed, and he got bigger and bigger and bigger. The budgets got bigger, the stories got, bigger, and the films, for me, really changed. And him, for me, is just a one-note actor. He only plays one note as an actor. He's trying to be the family-friendly action star for a new generation. And some of his stuff's been successful, like the Jumanji films. A lot of people enjoy them. I thought they were okay. He did Skyscraper. He did San Andreas. He's done all those things. And, of course, he's in The Fast and the Furious. And, of course, last year, or was it the year before? No, it was the year before. Last year he did Black Adam, which he had a lot of say and creative control in, and I think he got frustrated that the results weren't as he expected them to be. You have action stars from the past, like Arnold Schwarzenegger, Sylvester Stallone. And the thing is, they're not amazing actors, but they have chemistry and they pull you into the screen. And, they have this ability to have this kind of chemistry and charisma about them that was really entertaining and made you go back again to their films. Where, for me, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson doesn't have that. He's one note all the way through his films. Each character is just him with a different name. And where, like I say, Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sylvester Stallone are not amazing, actors, but they know the bread and butter. They know what brings people to the seats. In each character, they do try to bring something different. They do try to act to the best of their ability, where for me, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, like I say, he's all one note. The best time I ever see him is when he's away from the cameras, away from being an actor, and back in the ring as a professional wrestler. Now, his last run with WWE, and coming up with the final boss gimmick, You know, he's really enhanced and, you know, evolved his character as the Rock. He played an absolute badass. He was an absolute twat to Cody Rhodes. And he really suckered you in. He really drew you in. He really made you to watch him. And he's made, you know, he is a part of what's made wrestling, I guess, for especially WWE, you know, the best it's ever been in a long time. Also, the storyline with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns and, you know, the bloodline. There's loads of elements, and the fact that there's been a shift in power and a shift in management over there has helped. But I do believe Dwayne The Rock Johnson had a massive part of the last few months of what's went on with WWE. And it's because he's really put, you know, he's having fun. He's having fun with being back in that, you know, arena and being back in front of a live audience. And he took a break for a while from acting, and I think it's because he was slightly burnt out because of the things that went on with Black Adam. And now he's back with Red One, and I don't see any change. I don't see, you know, anything different with this. It's very similar to other things he's done, like Jungle Cruise. It looks very similar to, like I say, the Jumanji films. And if they're the films you enjoy and they're the things that you look forward to from The Rock, then be at it. But for me personally, I'm not impressed. It looks something that we've seen before. It's got a 250 million budget, and it looks like it's something that you could see on Netflix. It looks like a Netflix movie, and that's the problem. There's no depth. There's no, you know, there's no real thought. I think in a lot of films these days, it's whatever makes a quick buck. And unfortunately, I believe, as much as The Rock is an amazing businessman, you know, he has his Terramana tequila. He started his Papa Tui skincare line. He's now an executive of the board at TKO, which is a combination of WWE and the UFC. He has 7 Bucks Productions. He owns the XFL. So as a businessman, he's fantastic, and he's a good man as well. I'll respect him for it. He comes across as a very nice, genuine person. But when it comes to the movie side of it, he's just one note for me. And I think until I see something else that stands out for him, I'm not really interested in things that he does, because it all just seems of the same things of what we've seen before. But that's just my opinion. As for the film itself, you know, like I say, it's coming out in December. It's, you know, you'll get a lot of families that'll rush to this because, one, it is Dwayne The Rock Johnson. He will attract the people to the theatres. And 2, it's a Christmas movie. People will be in the Christmas festive spirit, so they might turn out for this. But at the same time, look at DC and look at Black Adam. They're expected, with his name attached to that movie, and with it being a big summer tentpole film, that it would bring in the money and it would bring in the box office, and it didn't. So who knows? This could go either way. But for me, it's something I'm not really that keen on seeing. I won't see it in theatres, at least. If it hits on streaming or normal TV, I might check it out just to give it a one watch, because I do believe every film deserves at least one watch. But that's just my thought on Red One. But what's your thought on Red One? What's your thought on Dwayne The Rock Johnson as an actor? Is he something that appeals to you? Is he somebody who, you know, he draws you into? You like his movies? Do you hate his films? And what do you think of the comparison between him, Stallone, and Schwarzenegger? Because, you know, we all need action heroes. He's trying to be a new face, a new star for a certain generation. Obviously not my generation, but for a generation that's out there. Me personally, if I were to look at an action star who is killing it, who I do enjoy, who I do think's getting better with each role, it would have to be Jason Statham. Obviously, we've had, he wasn't always classed as an action star, but of course, Keanu Reeves is up there now. And of course, there's one action star that still deserves his big break, that deserves to be out there and kick some ass and get more recognition. And that is Scott Adkins. Scott Adkins deserves a hell of a lot more than what he's had from Hollywood. But anyway, keep enjoying your movies, keep on enjoying your television, keep on enjoying all things entertainment, and I'll catch you all at the next one.